I mean, Big Woo. I mean, this guy
Yeah,
is an absolute specimen. The red beard is incredible. I mean, Big Woo from the SIP is on the show right now. Big Woo, welcome in.
man. Thank you guys. A little nervous, I got Kyler in the background screaming. I'm having to put her in the basement. I'm trying not to mess up this show. So, uh, no, thanks for having me. It's cool. I think this is a cool thing you guys are doing, and I'm proud to come on the show.
You
Brandon,
ain't
first of all, Scott's already messed up the show today, so don't worry about it. Anything you do or your daughter do is not going to do anything compared to what Scott already did. So just relax,
Okay,
you'll be fine.
I got
My
you.
audio went out for a whopping 10 seconds, and I'm never going to hear the end of it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so Woody, hey, and right back at you. We appreciate having you on. It's been awesome
Yeah.
doing this. We're live every day talking to players, and also there's a lot to that, right? This isn't just some weekly podcast, but the reason we're
Yeah.
doing this every day, it's freaking baseball. There's games every day. Perfect timing to have you on. We just were talking about it, where someone like Bryce Turang has his debut, hits a granny, fans there, everyone's going nuts. You have an awesome vantage point. Give us the inside word from the clubhouse on what that looked like for you and what everyone was saying. What's this guy like?
I mean, like Kratzy kind of just mentioned, this guy's a dude, man. Just being around him, he's a 23-year-old, but he acts like he's 35 and he's got 10 years in the big leagues. Like that's the way he carries himself, and he's always been like that. And just seeing how in spring training, watching him play, and then Counts let him know that he was making the opening day roster, and kind of seeing how happy he was. And I actually went out and had dinner with him the day he found out that he had made the club. So we did a lot of talking about what to expect and kind of those first day jitters, and you're getting to go to a pretty cool ballpark in Wrigley Field, and just seeing how calm he is, man. I don't know what he's like on the inside, but just the way he goes about his business, and his at bats have been unbelievable the first 4 games, and it's pretty cool to watch. And he's having some pro takes. He's taking some good swings, and defensively, if you watch him, he's pretty daggone special too. So we got a lot of young guys on the team, and Joey and Garrett Mitchell and Terrain come to mind, and I know we got Frelick that's down in Nashville too. But these guys are good ball players, man, and our system and the way we try to put guys in the right position to help them succeed and is pretty cool. And I kind of at the time when I was coming up, I didn't realize really what was going on with how they were doing things, but they do everything for a reason. But he's been special.
Big Woo. We're gonna go from 123. He's almost 24. Wait, did you pay for dinner when you guys went out?
I paid for his dinner. So we did a little thing in spring. Counts kind of wanted us to. He paired us together, and it just so happened me and Bryce got paired together to go have dinner. So of course, man, I paid for his breakfast one morning. He didn't even know it at Cracker Barrel during spring. I just kind of I'm sitting across the way, and I just pick up his tab and walk out, and he has no idea who paid for his food. Yeah, I like doing that stuff. So I actually paid for a fan that was a couple. They had just gotten in, and they see me. I go into Cracker Barrel and I say, hey, just for one, I'm sitting there waiting in the little store area, and the guy walks up and he said, Woody? I said, yeah. He's like, oh my gosh. He's like, we just flew in. He's like, we're seeing you at Cracker Barrel. I was like, yeah, I'm just getting some breakfast before I headed to the field. And, so I see them walk in. They got their Brewers hoodie on. They're coming to the game and stuff. And I called the waiter over. I'm like, hey, I was like, you see the people with the Brewers hoodies on? I was like, bring their check to me. I'm gonna take care of them today. So they I don't know what their reaction was, but they came to the ballpark later that day, and I didn't end up seeing them. But I try to take opportunities like that and try to make somebody's day.
That's a big thing in Milwaukee. Like you guys are always picking up drinks. You guys are always picking, and I think it makes for an environment that is awesome and super unique. And to me, it brings the fan base tighter, like
Yeah.
around the team. Do you feel that?
Oh gosh, you go out anywhere in Milwaukee, and they have the Bucks and they have us, and of course they got Green Bay a couple hours up the road. But man, they love their Brewers baseball and their Brewers players. So anytime you go out, it doesn't matter who you are on the team. You're getting recognized, and people. It's a lot like back home for me. We're a smaller city, but kind of the same, some of the same values as back home. I think that's why I fit in so well here. And it's not, this is not a huge place. You can get 10, 15 minutes outside of downtown and feel like you're back in the country. So they really gravitate to all their players and their sports here, and it's pretty cool.
I love that, and we should see more of that too. And I think last year, I think it was opening day, Corbin just went to a random bar and was like, "Yo, the whole tab's on me." So I've got this like master plan, especially because it's Brew Crew Town. It's like if you guys win a World Series, then maybe it's a little player, but also like owner side. They just go, "Yo, one day for like 2-3 hours, it's like free booze and you need to make sure you soak up the alcohol or something. So maybe like free booze and chicken tenders at like 20 different bars."
Oh, they'll burn this place down if we win the World Series. And Kratzy knows well. In 18, going on that run, this place was it was pretty electric, and it was like that yesterday too. Our home opener, and Turang hitting the grand slam, and places going nuts. They're giving out little cowbells, so I feel like I'm back at Mississippi State, and it's just going. It's going crazy. Roof closed. We had a flyover with the roof closed yesterday. We kind of had it all. So, no, this place would go nuts if we won the World Series.
Now, I gotta transition from Brewers fans to Turang making his debut to you making your debut. Now, we have a video here of your day. This is my guy out there, walking around trying to get ready for his big league debut in St. Louis. And don't tell us what happens, but please watch at the end and then explain to us what happened.
Oh.
Bear?
Okay. I'll take you through it. So debuts, man. My dad was actually filming that, and the two people who were walking down the stairs, that was my old preacher back home and his son. And we live 4.5 hours from St. Louis, so I had a ton of folks from back home that had come in, and I just got called up from Colorado Springs, high altitude. And I get back down to sea level here in St. Louis. And it was a doubleheader day, and it was like 98 degrees. I was going to throw the first game. I'm getting ready. Of course, the whole thing's a blur. Like, I'm warming up. I don't even remember how to stretch. It's like I'm just going through the whole day, and it's like you just kind of are trying to get to that moment. You're filling out all the 40-man stuff to get your insurance and get all this, and then baseball is kind of the last thing on your mind, and then you finally start getting warmed up and realize, all right, I got to go out here and try to pitch, and I'm getting warmed up. Everything's feeling good. Lungs are great. I just come from Colorado Springs, and I get out and I'm doing my leg stretches, and I get to that second set of stretches you saw there, and I get to the bottom, and I just thought my hip dislocated. I'd never pulled anything. I'd never done anything. So it was like a weird, I can't really describe it, but you could feel the tension just kind of get greater and greater and greater. And then it's just like, whoop, it just pulled apart. So I'm standing there and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, no way I just pulled my hamstring, going down into a stretch. So I hit the old, let me hit a couple stretches here, whatever. And then I tried to bend down and touch my toes, and I get about halfway, and I'm talking about from the back of my knee to the top of my butt, just on fire. And right then I knew, like, oh my God, I just pulled my hamstring, like, stretching. So then I go, DJ, who was our pitching coach at the time, I'm like, I so nonchalant, just walk up and I'm like, DJ, man, I just pulled my hamstring. And the look on his face, I'll never forget it. The look on his face, and he's like, hold on. He's like, you sure? He's like, you sure it's not a cramp? And I'm like, no. I said, I can't move, man. I said, I just pulled my hamstring stretching. And so Jet Bandy, who you're very familiar with, dude's hilarious. He told this story probably a dozen times in the next spring training, and he overshot some of the stuff, but DJ, just what we walked back in, man, and you talking about a demoralizing feeling, just walking back into the dugout. And I wasn't even in big league camp that year, so I didn't even really know the guys. Like, I walk into a clubhouse and Ryan Braun's sitting there. Matt Garza was the veteran, pitcher at the time. And I just thought, like, everything's running through your mind. I'm laying on that training room table, and I'm like, oh my God, this really just happened. Like, I just ruined my opportunity. And I sat there and sobbed for probably the first 2 innings, and then somebody walked in. They're like, hey, get everything wrapped up, and then just go out and sit on the bench and watch the game. So you want to talk about this a kick in the balls? It was like, here, get your groin wrapped up. You just pulled, but you're going to go sit out on the bench in 98 degree, 100 degree weather and watch this doubleheader that you were supposed to be pitching in the first game. So I had it all that day, but so that's my unofficial first debut story.
I'm sure Matt Garza, having played with Matt Garza, I'm sure he didn't say anything to you either.
Dude, I don't even know I didn't even. I walked straight in. We're in St. Louis. Went straight into that little training room and laid on that table. And I mean, people were coming and patting me on the back, and I don't even really remember what happened. I just remember a voice saying, "Hey, man, we're going to wrap this up, and after you do treatment, just go out there and sit on the bench." So I didn't even sit on the top step. I was like sitting back in the dugout. I didn't even want to be seen, but I went out there. So.
That was nice. It's a good teammate, though. It's a good teammate. So, Brandon, I'm dealing with these Northerners on this show.
Yeah.
So I have to teach them how to say Florida, right? Because they all go, Florida. I'm going down to Florida for the winter. So can you teach him, being from Mississippi, can you teach him how to say Mississippi?
Oh, gosh. I'm just Mississippi. Just nice and slow. The key is to be slow with it. Like, you got to have that little Southern drawl about it, but just Mississippi, nothing crazy.
There you
got to
go.
be slow. That's key.
So you went to Mississippi State, right? Starkville.
Yep.
It's not Starkville. It's Starkville. Right?
Starkville, yeah.
My daughter's going there to play volleyball. So
Didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. What the heck? Do you keep up with the baseball team?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
What is happening?
It's, man, I tell you what, I don't really know what's going on the inside, and I think now that you have, your daughter's going to college, it's a lot of stuff is a lot of the stuff they do, and I don't know this for sure, but a lot of the stuff's done over the internet, man. Like, a lot of the stuff they're getting these with the new NIL stuff, they're getting endorsements, and they're going out there and getting their butts kicked and throwing up an Instagram post about, hey, get your 15% off if you use this code. And I'm like, it's just it's a different time, it's a different age, but it's I just feel like it's all about how can I impress the camera. Even though I just gave up a 3-run shot and I strike out a guy, and I just gave up 5 runs in this inning, but I just gave out a good yell and I look good on the TV and the camera for the social media post. I feel like that's a lot of it is going that way instead of just going out there and having fun and playing the game hard. And that's from the team I saw 2 years ago that won that national championship. They had a bunch of dudes like that, and sometimes they say that can be the worst thing for you is to win a national championship, and you think you can do that every year, but that's not how the game of baseball works. You gotta go out and earn it again. So I think that's kind of what we're seeing with that group is just, and it's hard to say that, and that's just kind of being real. And I love that. That's my school. I grew up, bleeding maroon and white. So that's tough to say, but I think that's exactly what's going on, man. It's tough.
Two more things on Mississippi State. Is there a better place to play than the Dude ever? There's no better place, right? And with the apartments, and then have you seen the 2-arm pitcher guy they have?
Oh gosh, I haven't seen him up close and personal. I've seen him. Of course, I've seen him on the internet, just talking about it. But Brewers actually drafted him, I think, in like the 11th round, and he turned it down or whatever. They knew, he was going to go to college. But bar none, best place to play in college baseball. I still, to this day, talk to a lot of the fans. We used to have a host parent program when we were there, so we had a kind of like a host family we'd go eat with, and they actually had a place out in right field, and now it's all concreted in. When I was there, it was these homemade built, basically stands and out of buses and anything you could think of. And now they've completely put, $60-70 million renovation. Its place is like it's a miniature big league stadium. So I go down there and throw a bullpen about once every off season, and they've got everything you want. It's pretty cool.
Do you have a condo?
I do not. I wish I would have bought one about 4 or 5 years ago, right after Dak came. When I was in school, when Dak was there, we were there at the same time. The football team was at number 1, and that place just started to grow a lot from then. I'm talking
about the condos they have in left field. I'm talking about the condos.
Well, I wish I would have. No, well, those things are expensive, man. I tell you
You
what,
got
I don't
big money.
And I'm not down there during the season, so maybe when I'm done, I'll go down there and watch some games. I got some buddies that go and sit out in left field, and they send pictures and videos all the time. It's pretty cool.
Big Woo, I know you got the red hair. Everybody thinks you got anger issues.
Here's the mistake part. Let me stop you. I don't have red hair. I got a red beard. I got brown hair.
No, you got red hair. You're an absolute CT. Carrot top. You and Justin Turner, you're twins.
Oh, come on.
Except you have full head of hair and he doesn't.
That's right.
The Anthony Rendon thing. Did you see that? Did you see the video of that?
I briefly saw it. I did.
You ever get in a situation like that?
I mean, I've definitely been yelled at and called some names warming up. I can attest to that the other day at Wrigley Field. I mean, it's just, you know what? And you can say this. We're basically. I mean, you can kind of describe it as kind of like zoo animals, man. We're in this cage, and they can just do whatever they want to us. And I don't know exactly what happened with that or what he said or whatnot, but I just kind of saw I guess the fan had said something to him, and he was saying something back to him. But I mean, we're basically just fair game out there. So I guess he must have said something pretty bad for him to lash back out.
I assume so. Hey, now that your buddy Suitor B's gone, who's the new Suitor B on the team? I know you. Did you cry when the Raptor got traded?
Well, you know what? I actually moved into the house that he was living in for the past 2 years. So
you're an absolute. You just went right in and snaked his place.
So Corey Knable owned the house when he was here, and he's been renting it out to it was Suitor, and then I just kind of swooped in right after Suitor. So yeah, I'm trying to keep his memory alive, man. That's one of my favorite guys. But let me see. I think I tell you, a beautiful person is Gus Varland, who is another rookie who just was on the opening day roster. He's a reliever for us, and this guy, man, very, very similar and very nasty stuff. And he's definitely a guy to keep your eye on. And he closed the game out the other day and at Wrigley. And this guy's got some good stuff, but very, very, very similar.
I've got one for you on one of your star teammates in the rotation, Freddie Peralta, who's going to be a regular with us as well, who has one of the best laughs, I think, or giggles, whatever you want to call it. He's just like full of laughs and personality. What did you think of his start against the Mets? 6 shutout, looked dominant. We know stuff-wise he's got it all, 7 Ks. So 2 parts here. First off, when I was watching, is the slider sweeping more? So did he change shit a little bit? Because, I mean, he's already great, but he's got a new nickname, which we'll get to in a sec.
He started doing that. I believe it was last year or it might have been 21. He started getting more into that slider, and that's the analytical stuff now is so prevalent that you can get into a lot of stuff. But he found that pitch, and it just really worked for him. And now he's got it pretty down, man. And watching Freddie, I love Freddie to death. A lot of us have come up through the system together. We've been together for so long now. He looked unbelievable yesterday. I know last year he had his his arm injuries. He was on the IL for a little bit, a couple different stints, and he just couldn't get it going. And you know what? He still pitched well, and he didn't even have all of his best stuff. So that kind of tells you the pitcher that he is. And just sitting in the dugout, he just had a kid. He just had a little Freddie Jr. like 2 or 3 days ago, and goes out 6 shutty. And if we weren't up so big, he probably very well could have got through 7, 8 innings easy. And the guy just has unbelievable stuff. If he really wanted to, as you saw it was 2018 when he had his debut, that dude threw like 90-something pitches and like 90 fastballs and punched out 13 dudes. That's the type of fastball he has, and he can really just pitch with that. And now he's got 2 or 3 more weapons, and just a great human being. Great pitcher, but even better person. And he had a memorable home opener, so it was pretty fun to watch.
Do you like the nickname Full Menu Freddy? We sold it to him. He bought it, but it has not caught on yet in Milwaukee. I think we need to put the clip back out for the world because it was right in the thick of the World Baseball Classic, so no one was paying attention to anything besides Trout and Ohtani.
See, I don't know. I haven't heard the Full Menu Freddy. I just know Fastball Freddy, and that's what I know him by. So,
but he didn't want that anymore.
Yeah.
See, I haven't thought. Well, I haven't heard that nickname. So, I just know him by Fastball Freddy, and that's it.
But Woody, he can't do that anymore. He's got more than one pitch. That was when he was 93% fastballs, and so we told him, like, dude, you need to elevate your brand. You're not a one-pitch guy. He's no one-pitch wonder. Like, he's got the menu now.
I got you. Well, you know what? When I see him at the field today, when I go in, I'm going to ask him about it, and we'll talk about that. So I'll encourage him.
We were talking about his whole repertoire. And AJ came up with it, or maybe it was Scott. I'm not sure who had the site here. Okay, so AJ said it was him.
No. Sorry, the pen went the wrong way.
Oh, the pen went the wrong way. So Scotty said Full Menu Freddy, and Freddy goes, "Oh, okay, I like that. Because then we asked him, we were trying to get anything to get Freddy to laugh because his laugh is infectious. Like it's that laugh that you get like Kyler to get when she's gonna pee her pants. You're laughing her.
Yes.
You're making her laugh that hard.
Yes.
But we got him. We were trying to get him to laugh, and I said, "Who's the best pitcher on the Brewers pitching staff?" And Scotty said, "Oh, well, Freddie, it's got to be you." And Freddie goes, "I don't know." He said, "I'm probably going to be in trouble for saying this." He goes, "But I like Big Woo."
Man, I tell you what, we've got a lot of great pitchers on our team, and obviously we've got a Cy Young winner. I think Freddie, from watching him in spring and watching his bullpens, this guy's got some really special stuff. And you know what? We got Eric Lauer, we got Hauser, who's on the injured list now. Who we've been together for so long, man. We push each other in a good way, and it's fun. And I don't think anybody really looks at like I'm the best. I think it's just whoever's pitching that day is like, you know what, I'm the guy. Let's go out and try to lead this team and just try to have a good day and help win a baseball game. And you know what, if we do good, we do good. If not, we just keep on trucking and try to see where we're at the end of the year. But we've now we've got Wade Miley back with us, who Crafty is just the man, and I think he helps us out in so many different ways. It's crazy. So.
You might have, if we did we'll do it one day, like top personalities kind of team. Brewers are up there. Rowdy is ridiculous. So we might have
Rowdy, you got to be on the inside to see that. I'm not gonna pump him up.
Yeah, but you need rated R too when you're doing a show with him.
That's true. Well, you got it from him.
We got it, exactly. Hey, Woody, this was awesome, man. Great to have you on. It was quiet as can be. So wherever you're set up, Brent Suter's media setup right there is perfect.
Yeah, well, this is just the kitchen table on my iPad, and the family's down in the basement playing. So no, it's good, man. I enjoyed it. This is something pretty cool, and we can kind of come on here and just chat it up about life and anything. Doesn't have to be about baseball, but no, this is fun.
Exactly. Oh, we got plenty to get to down the road too. So Woody, thanks again, man. Good luck the next couple weeks till we get you back on. All right.
Yep. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Cheers. Awesome.